Hi, this is Maya West.
This is Brianna.
And today we are introducing the first video in our Resist series, which is part of our Unpacking Words compilation video. So thank you for coming, and we are part of Moxie Lab. So today we start our video talking about why Resist has been important. So Brianna, I'm going to just ask you some questions because you and I have had some great conversations on this topic. Why has Resist been an powerful word in 2017? In your mind?
One thing I've really enjoyed in our conversations is talking about resist as a necessary step in this moment. I think that it's been a very confusing time for a lot of people, and a lot was unexpected by some and expected by others. And so there's been this moment of a wake-up call. And resist has been this word, almost a mantra, reminding us not to fall asleep, reminding us to stay awake and to pay attention. And that's something that I think has really unified people, and why it's been something that we've embraced so wholeheartedly, or has become such a movement today.
So it sounds like that there's this kind of foundational aspect to that about naming something or calling it or identifying it and stating how you are in position to that. Does that feel like part of what you're getting at?
Absolutely. It feels to me that this moment has required us to respond immediately. There's a sense of immediacy to every single day, and that resist has been this first response, this first reaction to acknowledge what's happening and acknowledge the need to draw up boundaries. And that's something that in our conversations came up that you brought up that I thought was really interesting about resist as something that's necessary to create space and to draw a boundary. Can you talk a little more about that?
Sure. I've always been fascinated by what a boundary is. You know, we always talk about having good boundaries and why is that important. And in witnessing people that I love and care about go through this process, and also my own voyage, I felt like the resist was almost that first line of defense. It was a way of creating mental space. And you know, I geek out on neuroscience, so for me it was about creating enough space so that the mind could almost be calm in the face of that. So saying, I don't want this, allowed someone to have a boundary around, a boundary of protection almost from what was scary or unacceptable to them. I really am fascinated by using that as a way to kind of step back from it a little bit too, and then to look at it and be engaged with it, and also be a part of a group that's engaged with it, and to use that word as a way of feeling connected with that boundary.
Yeah, I think that's been a huge part of it, is just the way that it has been a shared boundary, like a way that it has brought people together. And at the same time, we've been talking also a little bit about the sense of momentum and resist. And there's one way in which there's a lot of momentum right now with resist, and in the sense that it's brought so many people together. It has started so many necessary conversations and become a way of creating protection for a diverse group of people. And something that we've talked about a lot is what happens, you know, also you think of resistance as pushing back against, and it's not a lot of momentum in that. So that's sort of what started us in this conversation about creating this series of videos.
And we have a lot to say on the topic of resist, don't we?
We do.
In fact, not just these videos, but we also have a workshop coming up on the topic as well. And stay tuned, there will be 2 or 3 more videos on this topic coming up. And thank you for joining us. If you want to find out more about what we're doing, please click the subscribe button, check out our website, be involved. Thank you for joining us today.